Hi, thank you for having me. Good to be here at the Happy Birthday Theatre. And gotta be honest, I was running a little bit late today. Have you ever had so much time before you had to leave that it made you late? Yeah. So I have a friend on Facebook who unfriended me. And a few years later, he re-added me as a friend. And I accepted the friend request just so I could unfriend him back. Thinking about adding him as a friend. He's not a bad guy. I dated an older lady once, and the age gap didn't really matter. I used to say things to her like, I want to be with you for the rest of your life. What doesn't kill you makes you older. One time I got down on one knee and I looked her in the eye and I said, your shoelace is untied. But don't bend over. I've got this. Have you ever noticed that the kind of people who get athlete's foot are the kind of people who were never going to be athletes in the first place? Yeah, a friend of mine got policeman's heel without doing a single hour of policing work. I guess the complaint is, I think it's a misrepresentation of an injury. So I live with a housemate, and recently she's been trying to convince me to buy an electric toothbrush. Up until this point, I've just been waiting for the washing machine to get onto the spin cycle. I'd get my regular toothbrush and just lean on it. She said she's going to buy me one for Black Friday. She also said, the real reason why they call it Black Friday. I said, what do you mean? And she said, well, it's the only day us black folk can afford a flat screen. I mean, she's black, she has a right to make that joke. I don't, I'm white. Clearly I'm white. I'm very white. I'm the whitest of white. I get so white in the wintertime that even white people want to conquer me. So I used to be a professional dancer. I know, right? Trouble is with dancing is the lower they pay, the higher they expect you to jump. You know, a lot of early mornings. And they say you should always make your bed in the morning. So no matter how hard your day may have been, you get home and your bed has been made for you in advance. It's kind of a mindset you have to own. But you know me, I always like to be one step ahead of the curve. So I've started making my own bed while I'm asleep, because it's just so nice to wake up to a made bed. I keep getting woken up by erections in the morning. The construction of tall buildings is disturbing my sleep, is what I'm trying to say. I walked past a store the other day, and the name of the store was New Socks. But the name of the store should be just Socks. And the new should be assumed, right? I mean, I guess vintage socks might be a thing. Vintage toe jam included. Because I have to do an impression as a stand-up comedian, here is my one and only impression. This is my impression of an angry pancake. Okay, you ready? It's the angry pancake. I wasn't ready to be flipped and somebody just flipped me. That's the angry pancake.
Actually, my mum would get angry because I could never quite finish my food when I was a kid. And she'd go, you got to eat your food, buddy. There's starving children in Africa, buddy. And I used to say, that's crazy. Because by the same logic, you should sit in your house at all times and never leave because there's homeless people.
Have you noticed as you get older, you start to tell the same story twice? And have you also noticed as you get older, you start to tell the same story twice? So I'm very lucky as a cotton bud. I get to travel around a lot. I recently made my way down to Texas. Yeah. And I like Texas a lot because we drove in a straight line for 5 hours, and then we made a left. I have family in Texas. I don't know who they are. Someone told me when I was 6, and then I forgot. And now way too much time has passed for me to ask. Saw some amazing nature while I was out there. And what I like most about nature is something's either running for its dinner or it's running for its life. So I love Texas. I also love New York. Always be a little bit of my heart devoted to New York. So just to finish up this set, I'm going to speak about New York and some of the places there and what they mean to me. Far Rockaway. Sounds like a great music concert that is far away. Stillwell Avenue is where everything is still and well. Flatbush, how the kids are wearing it these days. Queen's Plaza is a hotel for Her Majesty. Wall Street, a nondescript name for anywhere in the city where a wall meets a street. Next is Tree Street. Bleecker Street, where things just couldn't be bleaker. Inward, the direction people are facing when they are not facing outward. Bowery, where monks and nuns practice the sacred religion of bowing to one another. Canal Street, a very watery road that is almost a canal and not quite a street. Bring Wellingtons. Broad Street, where people go to announce their obtuse statements. Bushwick, a hairy candle. Bed-Stuy, where folks make their bed next to the pigsty. Prince Street was actually supposed to be Prince Street, but the printers made a typo and just rolled with it. Gramercy, a merciful grandma. Penn Station, the perfect place to get your pens and other stationery. Astor Place, the place where I tore my ass. That's it, folks. Thank you very much. I'm Buddy. You've been a fantastic audience. Thank you. Good night.